Hey, I'm here with Tony Lee and his 1930 sedan. Tell us about the vehicle.
Well, I got it about 2 years ago. I bought the body off of a farmer up in North Arkansas. There's a tree growing through the middle of the car, and we pulled it out of the woods, brought it home. It's a homemade frame that me and my wife made. It's had 2 different motors, 3 transmissions, and about 5 different ring and pinion sets, and we just like to go fast. Everything's been homegrown, everything's done at the house. Ring and pinions done at the house. I make my own drive shafts. I build the motors. I don't do the machine work, obviously, to the motors, but short of that, everything's done at the house. And a 2-car garage.
So what's your times been? What have your times been today? You've done a couple of runs, right?
Yeah, we've gotten it out 160 out of it, 160 miles an hour. It is a street-driven car when it's not set up like this. I've driven it about 2,000 miles in 4 days once up to North Arkansas and back from Houston, Texas. The car runs high 10s in the quarter mile. And I have seat belts in the back for my 2 little girls.
Hey, tell me about the grill. The grill does not look like the 1930 grill that you'd get off the Ford. So what do you got on the front?
The grill shell is actually an interesting story. I went to a guy that had several grill shells from my era car, but I didn't like anything that he had. It was either too much money or it was beat up. And I was walking out of the place and I saw this grill shell behind the door with a lot of dirt and trash kind of covered up. And I asked him about it, and he said it was a 39 Ford truck grill, and if I wanted it, I could have it for a 6-pack of beer. So we were set. I grabbed it and ran like a bat out of hell.
How many hours you got in this car?
Oh, man, it never stops. Last week, I wrenched on this thing until midnight every night, and I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So just about took myself out trying to get this ready for this time around.
Okay, tell us about the oh shit handle.
Well, I've got early model GM brakes in the front, and I've got Ford drum brakes from '79 in the back, and it just doesn't stop without a parachute. So when you get to the big end, if you don't grab that, you're probably going to wind up in the grass.
Well, thanks, Tony. You have a good run. See you.